In the studio tonight, we've got Nuphy's latest keyboard, the Halo 65, a 65% wireless mechanical keyboard for your Windows PC or for your Mac. We're going to be unboxing it, we'll be testing it, and looking at some of the accessories that Nuphy provide for this keyboard, so stick around. So here we are, the Halo 65, Nuphy's latest creation. Now we've already reviewed their Air 60 and Air 75 low profile wireless mechanical keyboards for both the Mac and the PC. We absolutely love them. They're a brilliant design, they look amazing, and they've got a great feature set. So when I saw Nuphy had a new keyboard up for pre-order, I reached out to them and they've sent us one in. They've also sent us some accessories, so we'll take a look at those in a minute, but let's just unbox it. Now the box for this is a lot bigger than the Air 60 and Air 75 boxes last year. It's a lot deeper, so I'm quite looking forward to seeing what's inside. It's also very heavy. Oh wow. So here we go. We've got the black model here. It does also come in a white version, but I quite like the matte black. Let's take it out of the wrapping. It's incredibly heavy feeling. Now the last range of Air 60 and Air 75 were designed on making them low profile, so there were low profile switches and keycaps, whereas this is a more traditional mechanical keyboard, so you've got that normal depth that you would see on a mechanical keyboard. The weight, I'm really impressed. It is a hefty bit of kit. This is something that's going to sit and stay on your desk. You're not going to be throwing this one in a bag. So let's see what else we get in the box. Accessories. Oh, get it up. So we've got our Nuphy stickers and instructions. Some of that is quite useful, especially for some of the wireless functionality. Oh, and we've also got more instructions there. We'll take a look at that in a minute. And this is nicely laid out. It's definitely better packing than they had on their last range. Obviously, Nuphy, reasonably new company. I'm really impressed with the quality of their products and just even the packaging. They really have put some thought into this. Now in here we've got a nice little box, and that gives us some spare keycaps because it comes with a Mac layout. You'll notice you've got your Option and your Command keys there. But this is a dual use keyboard, so not only does it come with the Mac keys, you also get the window keys as well. You can see you've got your Windows and your Alt keys here. What's also very nice is the fact that they give us some different colours so you can play around with your keycaps. We've got the orange and the green as well as some of the black. So if you're not keen on the colours that they provide, although I must admit I really like this layout, you can change it around. I might change some of the cursor keys out in a bit because I do quite like the idea of having some green cursors. These keys are PBT keycaps, they feel amazing, but they're not shine through. But if you pre-order this before the 9th of September, they will be including some shine through keycaps, so we're going to take a look at those in a bit as well. So let's open this little packet up. Okay, here we go. So not only have we got the keycaps, we've also got a selection of switches, because this has got removable switches on this keyboard. And very kindly, they've included one of each type of switch. So if you're not keen on the one that you've bought, you can see what else you could swap them out for. So you can see you've got your Gateron Pro switches this year. So you've got browns, reds, blues, yellows. But we've also got the BBKs, the baby kangaroo switches. And again, Nuphy kindly sent me over a box of the BBK switches. And I've got the Gateron Pro browns in the keyboard. So when we're doing the sound test later on, I'm going to do half the keyboard on each so that we can sort of do a sound difference between them. We've also got the keycap and switch puller tool so that you can take everything off your keyboard and exchange it. We've got a nice braided cable, which is USB to USB-C. And then you see on the back of the keyboard, you've got your USB-C port that you can plug this into. And we've got our off switch and wireless and cabled. Ah, that's nice. That's a really nice touch as well. And the actual wireless dongle sits in the back. It feels, yeah, it's magnetic. That's a really nice touch. It's the thing I love about Nuphy. They really think things through. Not only has it got a lovely colour scheme going on with the sort of the greens here, but they've got a little magnetic holder there for your actual little dongle so you don't lose it. Little things like that, I really do appreciate it. They really have thought about it. Still can't get over the weight of this board. It is incredible. Underneath, you've got your Nuphy plate. Yes, I haven't peeled that off yet. We've got just low profile rubber feet and your usual sort of flip out 2-stage height adjustment. We'll try that in a minute. And that's around the board, pretty much it. We've got a little RGB light strip here, so that you can, it's like a status bar, so you know what's going on when you're either wired, wireless, or in Bluetooth mode. Okay, so we're up and running. We've charged. We've got the dongle in my iMac here, and had a quick play with it. So we're going to move on and look at the features. So I want to start by talking about the RGB lighting on this keyboard. Now, although these are great quality PBT heavy duty keycaps, they're not shine through. So this keyboard is backlit and it will shine around the keycaps, just not through the actual letters. The RGB is customizable on the actual keyboard itself. And I recommend you keep this handy when you first start using the keyboard. Using the function key and the left cursor will allow you to change some of the actual keyboard backlight functionality, and the up and down is the brightness. We've also got on the left hand side this little RGB strip here which you can adjust the colour of, and it can be used to show which device your keyboard is connected to. And lastly, we've got the halo strip right around the keyboards, and that can be adjusted again by holding down the H, the function and the cursor keys to adjust the colour or the lighting effect of that halo strip. And I have to be honest, it looks stunning. It's very difficult to see in the bright lights of this office, but when you're in a low light environment, this keyboard looks amazing. Now the good news is, as I mentioned earlier on, if you pre-order this keyboard before the 9th of September, Nuphy are including a set of shine-through keycaps. I'm going to quickly show them now, but I will pop them on the keyboard in a bit so you can see the shine-through features. Now, although these are shine-through, they're ABS by the looks of it, and you can certainly see when you put them up close to the other keycaps, which are the solid PBT, the texture and the feel is slightly different. That's a bit of a shame, but it's difficult to get decent shine-through PBT keycaps, which is why they've gone for the ABS route. But even so, if you want that shine-through, they are including this for free at the moment, and I definitely recommend taking them up on that, and it looks amazing. Okay, so RGB aside, this keyboard is also Bluetooth enabled and the dongle enabled, which we showed you, and I'm using the dongle currently on my little iMac 24 beside me. Using the function key, you can switch between 3 Bluetooth devices and the dongle via the keys here. You can also use the USB-C cable if you want a direct cable and don't want to worry about battery life. But battery life looks phenomenal so far on this keyboard. With it having a 4000 milliamp battery, Nuphy are rating it at 240 hours, which is pretty incredible for a wireless keyboard. Haven't had time to obviously test that yet, but so far so good. Now, we'll be doing a typing test in a little while, but I want to quickly mention the fact this is a heavy duty keyboard here, but they've also put a lot of foam and sound dampening material in it. So the typing experience, I've only played around with it for a couple of days typing, but the sound of these keys is incredible. It feels incredible. It's a great typing experience. For this to be a non-custom, built by yourself keyboard, this is one of the best keyboards I've ever felt. The stabilizers feel great. There's no ping. It just feels really solid and premium. I think Nuphy have done a stellar job here with this keyboard. Now obviously it comes with the Mac layout pre-installed, so I'm going to quickly switch over to the Windows keycaps. So once I've put my Windows keycaps in, it's just a simple function hotkey to switch it from the Mac mode to the Windows mode, and you're away as if you've got a Windows keyboard. But there's also different palm rests available as well to go with this keyboard. Now it comes in either matte black or the iconic white. Obviously I've got the matte black version here to go with my matte black keyboard. You see the matte black strip at the front, and then there's a lovely sort of frosted, I don't know, it's sort of heavy duty sort of rubber or polycarbonate or something. It feels rock solid. I mean, this whole thing, this package is rock solid. This thing looks like it's built to last. And I've been typing for the last couple of days with this palm rest, and it's such a lovely keyboard to type on. I've gone through a lot of mechanical keyboards over the years, and this has felt by far the most premium off-the-shelf mechanical keyboard I've ever tested. Really, my hat is off to Nuphy here. They've done a really good job with this one. Well, I think we've discussed all the features so far of this keyboard. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch out half of this keyboard to the BBK Kangaroo switches, and I'm going to do a typing test of the G Pro Browns and the BBK switches, so you can get a nice sound sample of each of these switches in action. Sound test of the Halo 65 keyboard. We've got Gateron Pro brown switches in the actual letters, and we've got the Baby Kangaroos in the number keys, so you can hear the difference between the two keys. And I'm going to give you a reference click with my mouse so you can see how loud this is. Okay, so here's the browns. Okay, and now the baby kangaroos. They're a little bit louder than the browns and a little bit more actuation force. Stabilizers are really good. There's a baby kangaroo in the spacebar. So on to the conclusion, and I have to say I've been incredibly impressed with this keyboard. We loved the Air 60 and the Air 75 that Nuphy created a few months ago, and they built upon that success with this Halo 65. It's an incredibly well built, solid and heavy keyboard that's going to sit nicely on your desk. It's got all the features you could possibly ask for, with all the RGB settings, removable switches, PBT keycaps, with shine through keycap options, and plenty of different switches to be able to choose from. I also love this layout. The 65% layout is one of my favourite. You've still got a really compact keyboard, but you've still got those cursor keys. That's something I hate about the 60%. So on to the price, and this is available only at the moment on Nuphy's website for just under $120. And if you pre-order it before the 9th of September, as I mentioned earlier on, you do get a free set of the shine through keycaps, and they're giving you a third off the actual wrist rest. I definitely recommend getting this. It's such a comfortable typing experience with this rest. Also, Nuphy have kindly given us a 10% discount code. So if you click the link through to their website and use the 10% code that we've provided in the description, you'll get 10% off your order, making this, in my opinion, great value for money. Now, as usual, I'd love to hear your opinions on this keyboard. Pop them in the comment section down below and I will get back to you. And lastly, thank you for watching.